Have you ever wondered where shadows go when the lights turn on? Or what dreams are made of just before you wake? Let's journey to a place nestled between sleep and wakefulness, a quiet little town, bathed in the perpetual glow of twilight. Here, in a cozy cottage with a crooked chimney, lived a cat named Luna. Luna was a beautiful calico with patches of ginger, black, and white. She was brave in the daylight, chasing butterflies and bouncing on sunbeams. But when dusk deepened, a tiny fear would creep into her heart. Luna was afraid of the dark. More specifically, she was afraid of the shadows that danced and stretched in the flickering candlelight of her home. They seemed like mysterious creatures, lurking in corners, their intentions unknown. One evening, as her human and old, kind-hearted clockmaker named Elias lit the candles for the night, Luna watched a particularly long shadow stretch from the leg of a grandfather clock. It quivered, almost as if it were cold and frightened. Luna's curiosity, a force even stronger than her fear, began to stir. She'd spent so many nights hiding from these shadows, but she'd never truly looked at one up close, tiptoeing with the silent grace only a cat possesses. Luna approached the trembling shadow. It recoiled slightly as she drew near. Instead of pouncing, she did something unexpected. She sat, tilted her head, and simply watched. The shadow stopped quivering and seemed to grow still, as if it were watching her back. Gathering her courage, Luna extended a soft paw, not with a claw in sight, and gently touched the edge of the darkness. A strange thing happened. The moment her fur made contact, she didn't feel coldness or emptiness. Instead, she felt a faint, gentle warmth, like the last ember of a dying fire, and she heard a whisper, not in her ears, but in her mind. It was a soft, sad sigh that spoke of being lost and alone. Luna blinked in surprise. This wasn't a monster. This was something lost. The whisper grew a little clearer. It spoke of a time when it was part of a sunbeam, a flicker of a candle's flame, a glint in a star's eye. It was a piece of light that had gotten separated from its source and was now just a shadow, wandering in the twilight, searching for a way back home. A wave of understanding and empathy washed over Luna. Her fear melted away, replaced by a sense of purpose. These weren't scary phantoms. They were lost pieces of light. They weren't trying to frighten her. They were just trying to be seen, to be understood. From that night on, Luna's nighttime routine changed completely. As Elias wound his clocks and prepared for bed, Luna would begin her own important work. She became the gentle shepherd of shadows. She would find them huddled behind bookshelves, stretched out under the sofa, or clinging to the curtains. With infinite patience, she would approach each one. She'd nudge them gently with her nose, guiding them out from their hiding places. Some were shy, others were more bold, but all of them responded to her kindness. She would gather them up, not by force, but by invitation. They would cling to her paws and her soft fur, like little wisps of dark silk. Carefully, she would carry these collected shadows one by one across the room. Her destination was always the same, the warm, welcoming glow of the candles Elias had lit. She would gently lay each shadow down at the base of a candlestick. As the shadow touched the pool of light, it would seem to sigh with relief, dissolving into the flame, not with a sizzle, but with a quiet, contented hum. It was as if she were returning a lost note to a beautiful song. Elias, from his favorite armchair, would sometimes watch his little cat's strange and beautiful ritual. He didn't understand the magic of what was happening, but he saw the peace it brought to Luna. He saw a cat who was no longer afraid of the dark, but had instead become its gentle guardian. He would just smile, a knowing, loving smile, and whisper, "Good night, my little light keeper." Luna would continue her work until the last stray shadow was returned to its source. Then, her mission complete, she would curl up on the rug, right in the warm circle of candlelight. The flames would dance, casting new, friendly shadows that seemed to wave goodnight to her. And Luna would close her eyes, her heart full, purring softly as she drifted into dreams, filled not with fear, but with the gentle, warm glow of reunited light. The story of Luna, the cat who chased shadows not to banish them, but to bring them home, is a quiet reminder. It teaches us that sometimes the things we fear the most are not monsters waiting to harm us. They are simply misunderstood, lost, and waiting for someone to offer a gentle paw, a kind heart, and a little bit of light. They are waiting to be understood. Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey into the twilight. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more tales from the quiet corners of the world. It means so much. Close your eyes, let the dream do the rest.